Hello viewers once more, compatriots, everybody watching. Sorry for that technical issue there. I don't know, maybe some people are not happy that we're discussing this, but we have to do this. We just have to do this. Wow, we've really gone far with our discussion.
We have.
We live? Yeah, we've gone far with our discussion, and we were talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe let's try to round up now.
You asked me a question about it.
Yeah, Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. We've heard how Masob, the people who were following Masob felt that Masob, under the leadership of Ralph Waziriki, has kind of disappointed them, and now Nnamdi Kanu became a new face quick after forming IPOB. Maybe what does IPOB want? Let's just go straight to that point. IPOB, what does IPOB want? Why? And why now?
First of all, the IPOB I'm calling, the meaning of IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra. Right. There is nothing IPOB wants if not IPOB stands for justice, IPOB stands for equity, and IPOB stands for fairness, freedom. I mean, there is nobody on this earth or in the world who doesn't know what freedom is all about. We need freedom. After all, when a woman is pregnant of a child, the child will be up to 9 months in the stomach. Once it is that 9 months, the child wants to be free. Yeah. So he must have to come out. The woman has to deliver so that it will be free and the child will see the world. And if the woman doesn't want to deliver, they will cut her. So what really happened is that IPOB, the mission of IPOB is for safety and freedom of his people.
Yeah. Okay. Why now?
Well, people will be asking why now, because in fact it has been a very, very long way. Many things have happened, and they got it wrong. And I think this is the time the masses have understood what they really want. They are disappointed to the government. They are disappointed to their people they voted in for. They are disappointed in the entity they find themselves, because it's not what being in. If you are a normal human being, I think there is no normal human being who would love to be in that entity called Nigeria, because everything in Nigeria is not the way it's supposed to be. Things is moving very, very bad and critical to Biafrans. So what are we talking about? Why now is because I think this is the time, and we can never fail to get it. Biafra must be restored.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So can I say something in respect of what my brother have said? Okay. They ask your questions. What is the motive? The reason behind IPOB? You said because people are suffering.
The restoration of Biafra. That is the restoration of Biafra, yes.
I can remember what Ojukwu have said.
Yeah, what it is.
And I quote that thinking of second succession as regards this Biafra will amount to not understanding.
Secession of what?
The two. Because the motive
we understand that there could be secession without war.
But the question is the way. Yes, there can be secession without a war. But the way this issue started, look at, if you said why now, I suppose you asked a question about when was this IPOB formed. If I ask you when this IPOB formed, why now there's got something premeditation in law. Maybe it's like, if we don't have it, this thing cannot work. Why not IPOB during the time of the past administration of President Jonathan?
Okay, let me come in.
IPOB
has been there.
No. Can I say something?
IPOB has been there.
Can I say something? Do you watch Nnamdi Kanu as of 2014?
I said that following Nnamdi Kanu as 2011.
And do you know what Kanu said in 2014 when the issue of this Boko Haram, the alarming rate of this Boko Haram? He was talking about the unity of Nigeria, but talking about in respect of what are these people of Boko Haram. I listened to him when he was trying to say about the issue of when he said if this zoo in his own words, doesn't understand the concept of dialoguing, we end up in war. You are ready, I'm battle ready. You don't give me what I want, if it is war, I'm ready. No, it's not these times this guy is trying to change what he said as regards. That was not even sorry, Mr. Moderator. He said even any Igbo man that follow a Yoruba pastor is an animal.
Do you know why he said that?
It's okay. Fellows,
now
talking about the phenomenon, let me call it the phenomenon Nnamdi Kanu. Let's move further. You see, Nnamdi Kanu, when he started, because I've listened to many of his, speeches, whether outside the meeting, going to different countries, and now there's been a metamorphosis. I'll call it the metamorphosis of Nnamdi Kanu and Nnamdi Kanu started. He needed attention. He needed to show aggression. He needed to show that he meant business, which he meant business. Some places where I remember when one of the visits to the US were talking about money for arms and things like that. People were telling him which kind of arms, why this and that. So now things have been changing. Then if you think of the members of IPOB, then I don't think they were this many. Yeah. Now things continued. Now he started getting voice through Radio Biafra. Now people started joining. Things were happening. He was visiting more countries. Now, Nnamdi Kanu was arrested when he landed Nigeria. 2 years in prison. Now, this is where we miss it again.
Yes, exactly.
Again and again. I would blame the present government that they made the whole thing
escalate to this extent.
To this extent. Nnamdi Kanu,
the guy is looking for attention, and the federal government
he had his ideology, and he was out there saying it the way he wanted. But now, his arrest and incarceration made it worse for the government.
Because of theory of sympathy.
Because of, not just theory of sympathy. I've tried to understand one thing. There are some people in the southeast, not just in the southeast, even in the south,
even south to west,
that see Nnamdi Kanu now as a voice
for the voiceless.
Not just because he wants to pull Biafra out of Nigeria. No, but that somebody could stand and say something concretely and has people following him. Some people who have been quiet,
to make sacrifice.
People who have been quiet, people who didn't have, the young men there, jobless ones who have been going through issues just because you are from this tribe or just because you are from that region. Yeah. So it's no more Nnamdi Kanu. As far as I'm concerned, Nnamdi Kanu is more or less it's like a symbol.
It's an institution.
But the whole thing the ideology has gone beyond Nnamdi Kanu. So that's why I want people to understand. When they're talking Nnamdi Kanu, he's this, that, please forget it. I like going, let us go back, see what is happening behind. Exactly. There is more to it now than Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, this is somebody, he comes out now. Not that people are saying they're bowing down to him or all those ones are just rubbish. People are looking and say, oh, somebody is talking. Somebody is voicing my pain. It has become an ideology. You cannot kill an ideology with a gun.
Exactly.
And that is the mistake that our dear president and his advisors or his ill advisors gave him. Why? Why were the young men who went demonstrating? They were not armed. They were not disrupting anything. They were just killed in cold blood. Let us call it the way it is. It happened with the Shiite Muslims in the north. But I don't think I'm talking about the IPOB. He was shot, put in a wheelbarrow, and dumped in a car. Till today, what's going on? Where is he? You do not handle things like this. The government has put fuel in the whole fire. It is very, very unfortunate. So, coming back to IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. Now, why is it only secession? Can there be another solution?
Mr. Moderator, I always find it difficult to believe some intellectuals in Nigeria when somebody said that he need a separation then we think separation is war. Separation is not war, and can never be war. Now, we are talking about, we want referendum. What is referendum?
You sit on the table?
Not a matter of sitting on the table. Let people decide where they will belong to.
It has to be documented.
After 100 years, okay, let me get it closer. After the war, it's 50 years. 50 years after the war, nobody talk about it. Nobody represent me. Nobody talk about the poor masses. Nobody represent them. This has been something that has been in the heart of every Biafran. It has been there boiling. You cannot talk about Biafra. I am wearing the flag of Biafra here. Then, tell me, who, by last 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, who can be free and bring out the Biafran flag? I think this is the time. Let me finish. This is the time. The time has come. People need their freedom. We are talking about, you said what Ojukwu said. Secession. We don't. I have never seen any country who have went into 2 times civil war and survived it.
Exactly.
He knows it. So it's not that. It does not mean. It does not mean that we don't have to succeed.
The question.
So now, why is it if Nigeria as a country and their government are at the right platform, why can't they say, okay, let us do it this way. This is the date of your referendum. They will come.
Why are they scared about that? Why are they scared about?
They are scared about
the referendum.
Why?
Sir,
Somebody want to go. No, answer my question. I want to.
Okay.
Answer my question. Why do you find it a problem when I say I am going?
You are going. Thank you. Before you say you are leaving my house, you understand? You said I'm going. If you say you are going, like I wrote on my Facebook one day when somebody was talking to me about the issue of secession or no secession of Biafra or no Biafra, I said it's easy for you to go on some reasons.
Which reasons?
Thank you. If you want to go, just tell people that we talk about referendum. Let me try to talk about something about referendums. In 2000, during the concept of CONFA, the CONFA they did in Nigeria, when the theory of referendum was, you cannot just, Nigeria is a federal state, though if the federation is not working, that they based on 3 principles of government. You understand? Yes, if executive said, okay, we give you the ability to bring up your referendum, what about the legislatives? The question, if Biafra really want to go today, let people in the house,
which of the house?
Both the Senate.
What or do what?
No, because you cannot just tell me. The question is who is controlling
the Hausa and the Yoruba oligarchy. You people have put us in a perpetual slavery.
That's what I heard.
We are not going.
I heard that.
We are not going to accept it anymore.
I heard that 1,001 times. We are not going to accept it. Even a lot of them said they are Yorubas.
Let me comment. If you are coming for registration for them to vote, or what?
It's not about voting.
The
question is,
which basis?
Before that referendum can be passed.
Can be passed. The question is,
it has to be in that.
Mind you, my brother.
Now,
before this time, there was a bill passed for restructuring of Southeast. What really happened over it?
The question is why?
It's not the question of
Southeast Development Program.
The question is what really happened? Why they terminated that bill?
The question is why does the bill be under carpet?
And at the same time, the Northern Development was approved. What are we talking about?
This bill came during the Jonathan era.
It's not Jonathan era. This administration.
A month ago.
A month ago.
Before the bill,
a lot
of this have been coming
to the house to vote. We is going to pass the.
Let's hear one another. Okay, now, the thing is this. Why the government is... people are saying that we can't talk of referendum because it's not in the constitution.
Exactly.
No, wait, I'm coming. That's what they are saying. But let's go back. Something I mentioned earlier. The Midwestern region was created. First, the constitution was amended, and it happened. And it was created. So the fact is, it's not because it is impossible to amend the constitution to insert that clause of referendum. It can be done. It is not impossible. But the thing is, there is no political willpower to do it. Some people don't want to do it because the idea of secession, which is the aftermath of any referendum, is out of the case. That is why they don't want to talk about it. Amending the constitution is not impossible. It has been done already when the Midwestern region was created.
Exactly.
It can be done. So nobody can say referendum is not in the constitution. And what is the constitution? What is it? A mountain that cannot be?
Yes.
It can
Let the people in this house to amend the constitution. They say some 2/3, or from the Senate to the to National Assembly to the State Assembly. If they agreed, let's try to add.
That is where you get it wrong. That is where you get it wrong, because you want to keep him in that position.
And
you want Biafra to be in that position. No. You cannot go to have it that way.
Okay.
Because do you know why I'm coming? Do you know why? Let me tell you. Let's get this straight. In Bayelsa State,
Okay.
where the milk and the oil is coming out,
Okay.
how many local government do they have?
If
I'm coming.
Just
Just answer the question. Let's get to without wasting time. How many local government they have? They have 8.
Mm-hmm.
They have 8 local governments.
Exactly.
That's correct.
They are the engine of that nation.
Exactly.
8 local government they gave to them.
The question
Kano State is how many? 44. And if you can check it, Kano State have 44 representatives, if not more than. If not more than.
No.
In the Senate,
No.
they have more than. The Senate, they have more than.
No.
Because of how the structure was built.
No.
Okay. They're not.
You're bringing Kano.
You know.
Yeah,
No.
do you realize that Kano is
Mr.
like the
Engineer.
second largest city in West Africa?
Do you realize that? No.
They are the largest
Population-wise, in
When
terms
you are
of
talking
economy or
about
landmass.
Population and landmass.
Sir, can I?
who and who make up Kano State?
Sir.
Was that not Igbos?
Sir.
What you are
Okay, sir.
Excuse me.
Excuse me,
Who make up the
sir.
population that they're talking about?
Excuse me, sir.
It's okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's
I want to
hear you.
I want to ask a very simple question here. Now, you said that he asked you a question. Apart from secession, is there no other means?
There is no.
Okay.
You said,
There is no
Right.
means. There
you
is
said
no
there
other
is no
means.
other means.
There is no other means.
And now, following what my honorable fellow here is saying, in terms of there has to be, since Nigeria is into legislative, judiciary, and the executives, now there for such referendum or whatever to be active, that there has to be a bill which, like he said, 2/3 will say, okay, let it go. Now you are saying that they wouldn't, like every other person here would think, they wouldn't do that because they still want, like you said, the Igbo under them. And then you are saying that that's what they want. They will not vote because they wouldn't want the Igbo
Because
to
something
vote.
like that has
Okay,
happened.
and then they kill the bill.
No.
They kill
Now,
the
my
bill.
question.
What happens?
No. Now, my question is this. Now, they wouldn't want to pass that into law or into whatever, and you want to go. Now, since they wouldn't want to pass it into law, what other means do you think?
The other means I think, and is the only means that is going to work out, is that Nigeria is a member of AU. Nigeria is a member of United Nations and the ECOWAS.
Yeah.
In United Nations, there is a chapter right for indigenous people.
Okay.
So, if Nigeria is guided and abide under that law, why didn't it work out? Why our president, no, your own president, not my own president, your president went to United Nations and started canvassing for Palestinian state. They're telling the world to give Palestinians the right to be on their own. At the same time, campaigning for South Sahara of Morocco. Then, in their own country, he forget that it's people who want their own freedom. So what are we talking about?
My brother, you are mixing what the original problem of this country, which is body language. You can see what the creation, why this IPOP issue just comes now is body language, that the present government was like, because you don't vote for me, I have issue with you. Like some days I was discussing with my brother issue of Second Nigeria Bridge, that some people think building of this Second Nigeria Bridge is a favor to the southeast, not no, it's a favor to Nigeria.
That's right.
You understand? When we know everybody an average sick person on the streets. No, we have a problem. Southwest. Do you know that some people in the Southwest, they are suffering than people in the North? Some people in the North, the same question was posted to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when the people of Channel TV interviewed that. You are saying the reason for this this secession is because people of the Southeast, they are suffering, they have been marginalized. That some people, there are some kids in the streets of Bauchi State, they are suffering.
Oh
Who
my
do we blame
God.
for that?
Who do we blame for that?
What is the problem?
The question now
What
is
the problem?
the question now is the problem now lies on dividing Nigeria into two: the elites and the masses.
No, you got it wrong. The
I
problem,
don't think so.
I think who got it wrong? Let us get this scenario. Since the history and the creation of Nigeria,
Yes.
who has been the leaders? Who have been ruling? Who have been ruling? How many times have Igbos been in that position? Who made their states to be poor? Is it not their own people? They have ruled that country for more than 30-something years. And you are now still crying that you are being marginalized and you are the poorest? My brother, let's get it right. Let's get it right. You did it to your own. You did it to your parents.
You are not coming back to reality.
I'm not coming back to reality.
You are not coming
What
back
I'm
to
trying to
reality.
let you know.
The question is,
what I'm trying to let you know. Enough of that. We Biafrans were saying enough is enough. That's the day that we will make the world to understand what we mean. That we mean business. That we are Republican by nature is November 18th. There will be no election. People will not vote. Everybody is going to sit at home.
Okay, I have a question for you. One second.
If
Now,
I have an analysis about that November 18th, maybe later we'll discuss about it.
Sorry.
On this
Please,
platform.
a question again for
Very
you.
good.
A question again for you. Talking about November 18 election in Anambra State.
Yes.
IPOB Nnamdi Kanu has made it clear that there will be no elections.
Yes.
It's not that there's going to be violence
No.
or anything, but there will be a sit at home.
Sit at home.
Yes. Okay. Why shouldn't IPOB sponsor a candidate, go behind him, and to let him take over? And maybe I'm just asking.
Okay. You know, one thing there is that I will always use my dialect because I'm an Igbo man. Okay. I will use a proverb. It says, how many times will something happen to you, then you will learn from it? This is not the first time, my brother. Okay, let's get it straight. Odumegwu Ojukwu, our general Odumegwu Ojukwu, who was in exile, was welcomed back home by Shehu Shagari.
Exactly.
Then when they welcomed him home, they said that he is going to join the party. And he himself, being a patriotic human being, as he is, did not join MPP. He joined MPN.
So that
I'm coming. He joined MPN in order to make things to be okay, because he don't want to be with another Azikiwe, because they will say he have come with the tribalism of a thing. Then what happened? He himself came out as a senator, as a candidate. He won by landslide. People voted him. I mean, in his own senatorial zone, they voted him. At the same time, what happened? They do it in a Nigerian way with that Nigerian disease. They manipulated and give the result to his opponent, who nobody knows him. And Odumegwu Ojukwu lost.
That is.
He took them, let me finish. He took them to court. How did he end up? Nowhere. Recently, Rochas Okrausa. Okay, you call him Okrocha, but I call him Okrausa. He himself, what really happened in the last election? 2015, he lost.
How you sure?
He lost to Ikediona. Ikediona won. Then what really happened? They rigged it.
Okay, sir.
Because the northern cabal planted Okorocha in Imo State. I will tell you how it comes.
Okay, so that
Okorocha was coming out for presidential race. They asked him, nobody knows you. Before you will come for president, you must have to go and rule. Where is he going to rule? He came down to Imo State. Unfortunately, the incumbent governor made a silly mistake of his own way. People voted Okorocha in.
Okay, sir.
Then That is how
That's the question.
Okrocha, wait, I'm coming. Okrocha lost last election, and he bought it with the 400 billion.
Okay, let me ask
And
you.
he paid at ransom. We have the okay.
Now,
so what really happened is that
November.
IPOB cannot join any political party in Nigeria.
Can I say something?
If we join,
Can I say
the
something?
same thing that happened before
Can I
is
say
what is
something?
going to happen.
So why can't you create your own political party?
We cannot create because
Can I say something?
that political party,
Mr.
the Northern Cabal can never allow
All right.
it.
Engineer.
Tried?
Ojukwu created his own party, Africa. What will happen?
Okay, can I ask a question?
It's all
What
right.
really happened?
Prince Oscar, yeah.
Gentlemen, can I
thank
ask
you
a
so
question?
much. Thank you.
Now, see, you've answered your question. He asked you a question.
Yeah.
And in my own idea, I think, towards the later part of your this thing, you just answered it.
Right.
Now, my question, the question I want to put, I want us to understand one thing here. So we don't dwell on this point for too long because
Right.
I don't think that the Igbos are the problem of Nigeria.
Yes.
So that so that we don't give too much credence to it. Now, you are saying that come November, there won't be election in Igbo land. Now, should that happen, what do you think will happen after that?
Next.
No,
What next?
One thing we have to understand is civil disobedience is my own fundamental human right.
Okay.
I disobeyed not to vote.
Okay. No. You're not getting.
I'm coming. I'm coming to your
My point
question.
is-
I'm coming to your question. I disobeyed not to vote.
Okay.
Then what will be the next? That is your question.
Yeah.
What will be the next? Nothing will be the next.
So-
but to show the world that we are not ready to abide in any law of Nigeria in terms of voting if they fail to give us date of referendum.
This does not
Okay,
happen.
Can I try to-
gentlemen.
Can I try to-
Please, we are derailing.
Okay.
We have like.
Please, let's
12 minutes,
we're still
like
coming
15.
back for
Yeah.
this question.
We'll
Let me
continue
just say
this.
something about
All right,
that.
please, briefly, please.
Prince, this is what happened as regards November 18. I think November 18 to be precise, Abi.
Yeah.
If the election doesn't come,
Yes.
the IPOB muscle, they don't have what they call the nitty-gritty propaganda to win this federal executives, legislators, and judiciary. What am I trying to say? No matter how you force some people, at least if 15, 20 people come out, you understand? It's Nigeria we are. To just bring something hashtag Anambra decides. And the question is, they said, take for instance, Engineer Ojimadu won the elections. You understand? The only thing you go to court, and you say you want to court crisis, next what I follow? State of emergency. What you don't want at the end, at the beginning will not be the problem.
Let me take you.
If state of emergency comes,
let me
you understand?
Let me take
What you don't want,
Let me take you.
Okay.
automatically will not be in place.
Moderator, please,
Fellas,
please, let me say something.
Shortly, and then we'll start rounding up,
Some-
okay?
this
So we
is
have
not-
to think of the way forward.
Yeah, this is not the first time such a thing happening on this planet Earth. Indeed, Gandhi of India did it. During the time of British colony, he told his own citizens, his own people, not to participate in anything. In fact, the whole government official have to resign, and all of them resign.
And can this the same thing be
Wait.
in National Assembly,
Wait,
State Assembly,
wait,
House of Assembly
wait,
that come
wait,
from the
let me
South,
come.
South,
Let
South,
me come.
that claiming
Let me
Biafra
come.
and
So
the same thing.
If we don't vote them, they are not going there to be there to represent us. Nobody is going to represent us. We don't want any of those.
The question about to state of emergency.
State of emergency will not come. State of emergency will come only if somebody is killed. If you kill somebody, if IPOB will bring war into the place. But in a situation whereby everybody listen and stay in his own house without even coming out. And mind you, in the Nigerian constitution, you have to go through INEC or whatever. You have to win the two-third
Registered voters.
of registered voters.
And if
now,
100 people
now, IPOB
automatically-
now in Anambra State, people are not registering. Obiano, the governor of Anambra State, forced the whole government workers. You have to present their voters card. What for? What kind of government do you have? Why are you forcing people to go and register? Why they don't want to register?
the question now is, Mr. Oscar, can I ask a question?
Okay, one by one.
Can I ask something?
Look,
Sir,
short.
I think that Whether come 4th, no, I mean
18th
November, the Igbos refused to vote. In my own opinion, Anambra, okay, precisely. I think, in my own opinion, is not a way. I mean, it's not the headway
at all.
You know why I said so? Because presently Anambra has a governor. Am I correct? Now, should 2019 comes and they decide not to vote, what do you think the federal government will do?
What would they do?
Man, the same person that has been there should still remain.
Now, the thing
I don't know,
is,
in my own opinion, that's what I think.
one
That's
second.
what it
Nigeria has a constitution.
Yeah.
Now, according to the INEC laws, anybody who wins, is it 51% of the
Okay.
vote, the people that came out to vote. So that means if 1,000 people come to vote out of 100 million, out of maybe 1 million, then if 100 people comes and somebody wins 52 votes, he has won.
Automatically.
So what will happen there is this: the person, you cannot stand and call yourself as the people's choice.
Okay.
That is the thing.
Okay.
You cannot say you're the representative of the people of Anambra State.
Okay.
If you want, like, if you put it in general, you want like 5% of all the registered voters.
But no, sir.
So it's going to be more like a psychological thing.
Exactly.
He will not be. He will not.
Irrespective.
More or less, he will not be. He will not be accepted by the people. You know.
No,
It's like
he will.
That is the question. Is
He
he
will.
will.
That is, I said that you
He
just
will
told me
become
that.
governor.
No,
He
you
will
just told me
become
that
governor.
by,
Yes, but-
you just told me that by law.
Yeah, by law.
That Nigeria has a law. I mean, election
Constitution
regarding to elections.
Yes.
Now,
That's right.
if they do a sit at home, whatever,
Policy.
and then
If
out of, like you said, if out of 1,000 people that comes out to vote, this
Gubernatorial
governor
candidate.
aspirant wins 52%,
Yes.
I am going to say that is the choice of the people.
people.
That is
The
right.
question is,
because
some people
for
came
all we
out.
know, these are
Yes,
people that came.
out.
Okay.
Just like you and I know, we know that the past election that was held in Nigeria, most of the votes that were taken from the north there was no integrity.
Exactly.
So
It's everywhere
what
in
we
Nigeria.
saw on record was what we took. Even though we knew
Yes.
that, we said the little kids
Okay,
that were
fair
all voted
Yes,
for.
we're not voting.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't think
There's
sit at home is the way out.
Now, next one. There's a topic of restructuring.
Yeah, let's go there.
Restructuring Nigeria.
Yes.
Now, my question is this: a lot of past leaders, they've come out to agitate for this.
Yeah.
In Babangida,
Okay.
Atiku, a lot of people are saying, a lot of politicians, that it's time to restructure the country because what we have is not working,
Okay.
and we've reached the point of no return.
Okay.
If we try to continue with what we think that we have, it's going to lead to serious crisis.
Okay.
Restructuring, maybe having 6 regions the way they are now, powers to give it, decentralizing power, resource control by the regions. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to solve the problem of IPOB if the Southeast becomes an autonomous region under the a real federal republic of
Why
Nigeria?
are we talking of restructuring?
I'm asking you.
Restructure. Why are Nigerians talking about
Louder,
restructuring? I mean, how can it work? What are you going to restructure? What do you have to restructure?
Decentralizing the powers.
Decentralizing what?
Powers.
Powers.
Yes.
That belongs to who?
To the people.
That belongs to the people.
regions. Yes.
So why now? Because we're asking for our referendum.
That's why I'm asking.
That is why they brought the idea of restructuring. Mind you that people from the north didn't agree from that. Restructuring.
Well,
The emir of Sokoto didn't agree on that.
like
We are
you
talking
said,
about restructuring. Now,
Okay.
what are we going to restructure? How can the people, how can Igbos, how can Biafrans?
the thing is this,
Excuse
whether
me.
we like it or not, let's just be frank with ourselves. We've reached a point of no return.
Exactly.
2019, I don't know how we're going to get there in the first place. And if we get there, I don't know what we're going to happen. We don't need Americans to tell us now, like Nigeria will break up like in 2015. We don't need anybody to tell us. We are already seeing the signs and symptoms. So something has to be done now.
Excuse me.
I'll hear from you, then take Mr. Wise,
Okay.
and then we'll start rounding up.
Go on.
We have 11 minutes.
Before I say anything, let me try to say something about Dr. Adeyemi Adegoke. What I'm trying to say about state of emergency is after post-election crisis that arises, if there is anything like post-election crisis that leads to loss of life, automatically it is in the federal constitution to declare a state of emergency.
Yes.
It is not because people boycott elections. I'm talking about after elections and people say this is not our choice, this is not what we want, and no matter how, because in our nature we are a little bit aggressive in nature, and when there's an aggressive in nature,
2000
I'm talking about
2011 we had that.
Yes.
After Jonathan won, there were post-election
Election
violence
violence.
of some states in the north.
That's-
People were slaughtered. Youth coppers from other regions were
Did they declare
slaughtered.
state of emergency?
Is it in the law? We
That's-
need a constitution. I think
There
next
is
time we're
no-
going to invite Mr. Adegoke.
Adegoke.
Yeah, he's an expert on constitution of Nigeria. We think we're going to bring him in so that he can help us out in areas like this. Yeah. So
Now
fellows,
talk about reconstruction in Nigeria.
Yeah.
This thing have been done in the past.
right.
I can remember the Minister of Darkness, Minister of Power, what do you call this? Mr.
Fashola.
Engineer Fashola, that man. Before the APC, the present government came into power, he said something, and I quote, during the Jonathan era. He said two things. One, he said it takes a serious government. Only 6 months to fix Nigerian problem. That's number one. He said what we are clamoring for, what we APC, the people deceiving people that time said, we are clamoring for is true federalism. But when they came to power, do you hear anything like true federalism again? Let's give power to where it belongs. You understand? Let people understand, go back to what are they doing in the past. If we forget our past, our present will be a confusion. And I'm thinking a time will come in our future that our child will ask us, Daddy, what are you doing when our own life is so miserable like this? It's not about being, this problem of Nigeria is not about being an Igbo, being a Yoruba, being an Hausa. This is a problem of division between the elites and the masses, using every means to divide us.
And there's a huge gap.
Yes, and there's a huge gap. I will not be a huge gap when the daughter of Abike, the son of Abike Dabiri and Amosu gets married some weeks ago. What do you think they are creating? They are creating that we are rich, we are ourselves. Even if they don't, maybe I don't even know, those guys might not even know each other, but they just try to matchmake them that we are the elites, masses. Go and be disturbing yourself. Sometimes you are just like, the concept of Nigeria is like a chess game. The officials are just looking, we are just like a pawn. They're just pushing us all around. They're pushing the masses against each other. Let's try to restructure Nigeria. How? Economic wisely, geographic wisely.
Good. But I was coming to that point. How
Geographic
should
wisely.
Nigeria be restructured?
Yes, economic wisely, geographic wisely. You know that this is Southwest. This is what they are used for. Empower them. Decentralize the power in the center. Those people, they are doing nothing. They're just amassing wealth. And who is Dino Malai before election? Before 1999? Who is this Tinubu of 18? Who is Fasola? Go and look at their assets, what they are worth now. Go and look at the Yama in my state called himself Ogbeni, or what do you call himself? Aregbesola, nonsense. The masses, what people are suffering from in my own individual state. I am a person that support this man wholeheartedly before. To the extent that, because what I see, I thought is a reality. But when I went to Nigeria last year, I saw a lot of things that this is a
we are running out of time.
Yeah.
Engineer Waz, how do we restructure this country as it is being said today? The way forward.
You know, just like my brother doctor has just said, now a lot of power has been put at the center, more at the center. Now, which limit and restrict the efficiency or the performance of the states. Now, through federalism, just like it's been practiced in the United States,
It's the answer.
would go a long way in fixing problems. Now, I have a similar case, for example, where I had, for example, you know, if there's a project, maybe let's say call it a construction in the Nigerian police force. Now, before it gets to Lois Edet in Abuja, it has to go to the DPO from that location. From DPO, it goes to the state command. From state command, it goes to the AIG in that zone. Before it goes to Abuja.
And further corruptions.
You understand? Now, look, time is gone.
One.
Money is being wasted. Two, you understand? At the end of the day, the things will be prolonged. At the end of the day, they'll tell you that okay, the money it's time for them to return the money back to the state account. project has not been done because what they are waiting for a response from the center. Now, if individual states have their own power or authority to make decisions, just like I heard some weeks ago, the National Assembly are trying to give laws to the State Assembly to make laws that would help, for example, to develop power or make sure that okay, power is being improved in each state. Now, if such things is being implemented and other areas is being implemented in terms of agriculture. Now, in the north has vast land. You can travel for about 50 to 100 kilometers and all you see is just land. We have, okay, in the north, we have the land. What can we do? We can go into agriculture. Agriculture, when we go into mass agriculture, it can help. In the during the USSR, what were they doing? They created a farm, a big mechanized farming. Now, they employ their people to farm, and they pay them. And aside from paying them, now they provided employment to their citizens, and not just employment. Now it is helping boost the economy of the nation. Now, if just like he said, economic-wise, let's try and okay, we find this geographical location. They are good at this. Let's empower together. United we stand. Divided we fall. The problem of Nigeria, if laws have not been met in order for every geographical location to maximize its potential,
okay,
things would not work.
Are you talking about resource control?
Yes.
And now, okay, I have a question here. Brother Degoke is saying,
Well,
okay, what quota should these regions be bringing to the center?
Have we finished over the restructuring?
It's on the restructuring. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a question on it. Yeah. What quota do you think they should be bringing to the center? So it means that, like we mentioned earlier, as it was before, the regions we are bringing, percentage or taxes or whatever you call it to the center. I mean, I think we agreed on that one.
Yes.
Agreed on that one. Okay. What are they saying?
Anyways,
restructuring. How do you see it?
Is interesting.
Is it a way forward?
Now, before I talk or make a comment, look, I just got something one of our senators, Ben Murray Bruce, just posted on his Facebook 10 hours ago. He said, yesterday, committee members and I went on inspection of federal road in Bayelsa State. It is sad that there is no federal project ongoing in Bayelsa. So the last time a federal road was commissioned in Bayelsa State was during the time of General Yakubu Gowon. Those roads are now dilapidated. See Nembe Grass on road. I am sad and angry, and so are members of my committee. We will see to it that these roads are included in next year's budget.
Funny enough, their son happened to be the ex-president.
Now, you see, I think that for Nigeria to really succeed, when we speak of, restructuring, rather, I think that it is good, but then there has to be some level of integrity. Now, Nigeria, as we all know today, looking at what we see, I want to suggest that, like every other person has said, true federalism is a way out. Power should be decentralized. Now, when that happens, it will give us ample time. That is what I think, because now, in the year 2015, Nigeria, the world population will be 9.2 billion people. 2050. Yeah, the world population will be 9.2 billion. And then Nigeria will be 400 million. Now, if Nigeria will be 400 million in the next, possible maybe 33 years or 32 years or so. Now, look at, now we are there about 180, if not less. And look at the kind of problems we have. There are no roads, no light, electricity, pollution everywhere. That by the time we are 400, can somebody just look at the... No. Can somebody look at Nigeria? Can you foresee Nigeria or have a mental picture of Nigeria 400 years and tell me how it will be? Now, that is to say that, number one, I listened to Senator Ben Murray Bruce some years ago when he was advocating that some cars in Nigeria that does all this emission and all that should be, they should just see how they can eradicate that and then bring in some electrical cars or electric cars. That was 2 years ago.
Right.
Nobody listened to him.
Right.
But right now, as we speak, some countries in the world, they have seen it as a way forward.
That's right.
You get it? So I think that for Nigeria to really move forward, whether we are together, whether you still call one Nigeria or not, I think that the major thing, one of the ways Nigeria can still move forward if we do the things we ought to do. And that's to say that you control what you have, your resources.
Exactly.
And
Let's each.
Otherwise, we
use
will still be
85% of
Okay,
resources.
was
50%
There's
go
a
to the
question
central.
here for you. Say, with the current National Assembly, do you think decentralization is achievable?
Well, it's difficult. The reason because of the selfish leaders that we have in the National Assembly.
Exactly.
Because they still want power.
So what's the way out? What should happen here?
Okay, this might sound funny. One of my juniors in secondary school posted this on Facebook. He said the only way we can clean our nation is do not vote any current sitting senator. Do not vote him again to any sitting governor 2015 or any governor that wants to go to Senate. Do not vote. We need a reshufflement of the system.
Systems, unless we have that.
Here, Sister Kat is saying 15% of the total revenue should be sent to the center. 85% should be spent on healthcare, education.
To develop the
security,
state.
roads and infrastructure.
They don't do that
In the
one.
region.
Sorry, sir. You see, if somebody, I don't think, maybe if I've ever voted in Nigeria when I was in Nigeria, maybe it should be once or twice. But as I speak to you, if somebody like Ben Mari Bruce comes out as the president of Nigeria tomorrow, I can campaign for him. Why? Because I have listened to him several times, whether he's making his common sense speech or a different. You will see people that has a picture of the future. This is a man that when you hear him talk, as if
You know he has something to do.
you will see that from his inside, he is versatile, his experience, and he has it. He knows he has the technical know-how on how to move Nigeria forward.
All right. Let's hear from you, and then we'll
I
round up.
am very, very sorry because it's so far too late for restructuring Nigeria.
No, nothing is too late.
It's too late for restructuring Nigeria. Where do we start to restructure?
Okay.
We forget about the Bakassi Peninsula.
Okay.
Do we restructure there? Who gave Cameroonians the Bakassi Peninsula? On what platform?
Okay.
Why? That is a Biafra land. Who gave it to them? Okay. In 2015, IPOB protesters unarmed was shot dead. Those people whom they shot dead, they killed.
Let's look for a way forward.
I'm coming.
The time they did to shit
I'm coming.
in
How
Kaduna.
can you restructure them? I'm coming to Kaduna. Then 2016, the same thing happened at the Onitsha Head Bridge.
Okay.
They shot and killed, even women. How do you restructure that?
No, if
What are we talking about? Now, this year, we said, okay, we don't want to lose any soul. Let everybody sit at home.
Yeah.
And they sit at home brought all this problem.
Okay.
Why? What are we restructuring?
Sir.
We have lost in Nigeria Biafra war. We lost 3.5 million people.
See,
Nobody. Wait, I'm coming. Nobody. Nigerian government don't talk about it. Nobody talks about it. What are we restructuring?
So, your point.
I'm coming.
Your point.
Restructure.
We already have to round up.
The restructuring that you are talking about, they miss it. And when I said they miss it, during the Aburi, you said it.
Yeah.
Ojukwu said, let us have a confederation system of government. What really happened? Gowon agreed. When they came back, what really happened?
Okay,
The
for you,
Hausa
what's the way forward?
and the Yoruba looked at
For
it, they
you-
said no.
So, what is the way forward?
There is
What's
no
the
way
way
forward only to disintegrate that nation.
In what part?
In what part?
How?
Just let everybody have their own freedom. Oduduwa will stay on their own side.
Okay.
Arewa will stay on their own side, and Biafra will stay on their own side,
Okay.
so that we can be
Thank
good
you.
neighbors.
Are you
understand?
if you're speaking that, you have to say Niger Delta go their way.
Wait. We don't bring them.
No. There has been an agitation. There has been an agitation for Niger Delta.
Let me finish.
No.
Let me
Your
finish.
listening is not conclusive. It's an
Don't bring
inconclusive.
the idea of.
So, you are talking
I
of
will.
creating
Because there is nobody called Niger and there is nobody called Delta. What we have is Delta. What we have part of Delta, right? So
What are you saying? Are you saying the federal government made a mistake to say Niger Delta?
very mistake.
No.
Okay, all right. One question. Please, my last question to you.
You're not. That's a very conclusive.
Which year was
Excuse
That is
me.
very conclusive.
Which year was Niger Delta created?
It doesn't
Who
matter.
created Niger Delta? Who is Niger Delta to start with?
Niger Delta.
Who is
Please,
Niger
Prince
Delta?
Oscar. Hello,
Let me answer you.
One second.
Edo State is Niger Delta.
Yes.
Rivers State is Niger Delta.
Deltas.
Akwa Ibom is Niger Delta.
Bayelsa.
Bayelsa is the same like Bayelsa you put
Guys, we are derailing.
It's asking
Wait,
the
it's
question.
okay. It's okay. We are derailing. Excuse me.
Bring
No,
Niger
excuse me.
Delta back and fix it where we have
Okay.
southeast region.
Okay, let me ask you.
Okay. Excuse me.
When Nigeria is divided,
Let's talk one after the
excuse
other.
me, sir. Arewa,
When
So we are talking about how many regions.
That's why we are talking about the
Yes,
referendum.
yeah.
Let people choose.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Let
saying.
people choose.
Okay, sir.
So what you are saying is
My
that
question
what we have now at the south side region, they can as well choose to be on their own.
Yes.
Is that what you're okay for that?
That is the referendum we're talking
Yeah,
about.
Then it's like we didn't understand that.
That's
Why
what
we
we're
are
talking about.
Okay.
Let there be a referendum in Biafra land.
But
The
not
whole
that.
Biafra-
The question is, if I try to,
let them vote.
if I try to
If they want to be
vote,
in Nigeria, let them be in Nigeria. If they want to be
Okay.
in
Now let me read
vote.
what people are saying. Katadia Okon is saying nothing is ever too late.
Yes.
Whether
Exactly.
Biafra lives or not, we must restructure every state, every region. No
It's as
matter
simple as
what.
that.
Sergio Adura is saying within the region there's already infighting.
Yes, that's the truth.
Corruption is our problem.
Exactly. Corruption.
Corruption is our problem. Okay? So secession is not a magic wand. You cannot wave it and expect miracles to happen. Work must be done.
Because I was going to say, sorry,
or
sir.
redo the system.
I was going to say, you see, you mentioned Bakassi, the listing that was allocated to them or whatever. Now, do you know that? Now, let me put this to you. I don't know if you'll agree with me, but that is something that I might, or I can say I foresee coming. If for any reason Biafra has their freedom, their sovereignty, do you know that you people will still have to fight for that land?
We're not going to fight anything
That
because
is
you
just
know
speaking
why?
your mind. No,
It's
because
not speaking
from
my
what?
mind.
No, sorry, sir.
It's not speaking my
From
mind.
what you just told me now,
But
it means
listen,
that's-
Sorry.
listen.
What?
It's not speaking my mind, but because our leader has made it clear that each state, each local government, each district will control what they have.
Okay.
There is nothing like that is nothing like fighting over whatever. I mean, so I am from Imo State. I will come and be driving something that is a River State. No,
That's what we're
River State will have what they have.
No,
what they have.
All right.
Bayelsa
There's a
will have what they
contribution
have. Imo State will have what they have.
There is a contribution here.
I
They
didn't
say
mention
at
the
the
state.
at
I'm
the
talking about
present,
Bakassi,
at the present,
the
excuse me,
Cameroon Bakassi
gentlemen,
stuff you
at the
mentioned.
present, all states collect money from the center. All local governments collect allocation. What happens to all these allocations?
Allocations. Let's ask ourselves.
Now, let's just start rounding up. Let's make one thing clear. The problem of Nigeria as of today is also hugely contributed by the fact that we've had bad government all along.
There is no doubt about that.
Exactly.
We've never had a people-oriented government ever. Every government that came in has its own
Oh,
agenda,
personal
whether it is
agenda.
regional, personal, tribal, political,
Sir,
and religious.
just to add to you, to your
What we have now is no better. The government that is at the helm of affairs now are not even making things better.
better.
Then we'll talk about that on Saturday, our next program, so that we still have a lot to talk about. The poor boy in Bauchi, the poor boy there on the street, his state is receiving millions and millions of dollars that he doesn't see. He's not in power. Education there is practically in that
Zero.
region is practically
Zero.
The way forward even for that region, let me put it, is to bring in education. The people, the elite there want the people to be illiterate and to remain
But
that
they're
way so
suffering.
that they could be controlled. I mean, every region has its own peculiar issues. The problem is there. And if we talk of restructuring, are we sure that when you have those regions now, these same politicians will not continue doing the same thing in those same regions?
Exactly.
That is why I said you will come. It's too late.
It
There
is-
is no way.
So,
The
well,
trees
so
are-
Western
even
United
if
States,
if we divide now in 4 regions, 10 regions, any guarantees that these regions will still be viable with these same
set
politicians?
of people.
No.
So
No,
if you
no,
say that, then for
no.
you,
It's a
what
no,
is-
it's not- no,
what-
it's a
what- what's
question.
the-
I'm-
no,
I'm
that's a
asking.
question.
It's a question.
Okay. Now, what I see, like
Everyone is
said
corrupt.
before.
There's a central problem. It's a
Sir,
central
there
problem.
is
Let's try
no-
to solve it.
Yeah, there is no problem. Even a child that is unborn knows that Nigeria has a problem. Like every other nation on earth. It's just that our own has come to the climax. It's come to the level where even a blind man knows
There's a problem. There's fire on the mountain. Every somebody is supposed to be on the mountain.
You asked my honorable fellow here a question. He said, "Why now?" I want a break.
A succession.
A succession or breakout quarter. Why now? He said because the people, even a child on the street, has come to the realization that we're being marginalized. Things are no longer. There is no doubt. Okay. There is marginalization, especially on their part. But the truth of the matter is this: I don't think that it is too late for Nigeria to
restructure.
No.
All right. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sir,
can I ask a question?
I have just told you.
Let me just finish.
Can I ask a question?
The question.
Let us be sincere.
Okay.
Why is it? I want everybody to go to.
No. Go
Why
on.
is it Oduduwas, Ariwas are afraid when we say let us go on
Afraid
our
of,
separate
the question is afraid of
He
what?
asked a question. If you want to answer it,
why are we, or why are you people
afraid
when we say let us go on our own separate way? Mind you, we have been together for 100 years.
In the quotes.
100 years. We did not go more than where we are now. Why not we try for another 100 years? Let's stay separate.
Now,
let
me say something.
Yeah.
I spoke about the politicians. It's not to the interest of the politicians that anything like this happens. The political elite is enjoying the way it is now. The oil money is coming in. It's being distributed. They are not interested in these regions even developing. Every region, every state, instead, waits now to get the money from the center. Nobody is trying to do anything anymore. That is why we have killed the viability of these regions.
Sir,
the possibility of them developing, some states are thinking of what to do to even generate revenue. Because they already will be relying on this oil money that will come. And the poor guy there whose land is polluted there in the Niger Delta doesn't have any infrastructure.
Sir,
there are a lot of problems.
This is
a lot of problems. Like when we met last time, I told you guys, when you go into the Niger Delta, come to that. I mean, I'm not talking of visiting Port Harcourt or anything. Go to Buguma. Go to some places where you can't even navigate on the road. You go by boat. I mean, I have relatives there. You will shed tears when you see people's lands destroyed due to oil spillage. No cleanup, nothing. And then money still comes sometimes to the leaders there for cleaning up.
Are they not giving these people some people to do that jobs?
Who?
There are some people
the question is so
fellas,
no, it's okay, guys, it's okay. Sorry. Now, the way forward,
I think
we have to sit down. Nigerians, we have to go back first of all to the confab that was said in 2014. We have a lot there that will give us a clear picture at least to start from.
Okay.
Aburi. Let me talk about Aburi Convention again, Aburi Accord, and the Confab of 2014. These are two documents that be like a template to start from. A template that our National Assembly should use to move ahead. And the thing is this, we are sure already that nothing positive can come out with this National Assembly that we have now. So that is why I'm talking about we need to challenge the youth. Not to fall under the control of all these politicians.
I think that, sir, I think that...
So, we have like 2 minutes more.
Okay.
We've already taken so much time. We have to meet again in a few days. We have to tell the viewers, because we still have a lot to talk about. We might still get some other people to contribute to, shed light from other angles as well. Okay?
It's okay.
Nigeria. The national question.
We're Nigeria.
No, that's today. I mean, we are that, like Awolowo said. This is this geographical location called Nigeria. Whatever you.
That is my identity.
We are Nigerians. I mean, that's who we are. We have to now find
a way to move forward. Every nation has their geographical location.
That's right. So
thank you very much. There is no nation that is out of their geographical location.
Exactly. Sorry.
If he says Nigeria
we shall come back.
That's his own
perception. Everybody is entitled to his own personal opinion.
We shall come back to this.
Yeah, we
in
shall.
A few days. Get some other people to bring in their own suggestions, and then some people want to call in. We have to find a way to have a kind of calling. Maybe through Skype. We'll talk about the technical, aspects of that, so that we can make this very interactive. So that as we are talking, it's like we're already talking only among ourselves. And as well, everybody are saying, more of them, and listen to them as they also come to and ask us questions.
Yeah, that would be very good.
Thank you very much. Prince Oscar Ojinaka.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Brother.
Brother Destiny
Yes, sir.
Obasi, you're welcome.
I'm
And
grateful,
thank you
sir,
so
for
much
this
for being here
opportunity.
today. Honorable Lukman Adeniran, thank you so much.
Point of correction, Adediro.
Adediran. Sorry for that. And Engineer Watzani Jabba. Thank you so much. Well, you'll be leaving us soon. When I mean leaving us, I mean this part of the world, but we'll still be with you. And wish you a safe journey. And we'll still continue our talks, our debates, and our interaction even while you are there. And as you're there, you can be shedding more light, and telling us what is really going on behind the scenes there. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. In a few days, we'll be back. And we'll still talk about the Nigerian question. So, send in your questions to under this timeline, under this video. Send in your questions. We'll make sure we'll address them, and definitely we will as well have call-ins so that we can talk about it.
Nigeria as a
Nigeria.
question.
That's right. So thank you very much, gentlemen.
You're welcome.
Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye, viewers.
Bye.
Wow.
Interesting. You see, sir, it's